Hi, this is KM Wyland, and you are listening to the 5th episode of the Wordplay podcast. The 1st of July has come and gone, and the publication of my crusade book, Behold the Dawn, has been officially announced for October 1st. Behold the Dawn tells the story of Marcus Annan, an embittered knight who, after taking part in the near assassination of a corrupt abbot, flees to the tourneys, the huge mock battles which remained popular despite the Pope's ban in 1130. Years later, haunted by guilt, he is driven to the Holy Land by news that the abbot, now a bishop, is threatening retaliation against the life of a friend. Arriving too late to save his friend's life, Annan promises to deliver the man's widow to safety in France, never suspecting she will be his path to redemption. Wounded in battle, and hounded by the bishop's men, he is forced at last to face long-hidden secrets and sins, and to bear his soul to the mercy of a God he thought had abandoned him years ago. You can visit KM Wyland, that's weiland.com/books.php, to read the official synopsis, reserve your copy, and access other details. The simultaneous launch of Winning Wednesdays has also been a smash success. The prize drawing for the Sword of Charlemagne remains open until Tuesday, July 7th at 6:00 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. To enter, answer this week's question, what famous British king led the Third Crusade, and submit it using the form at the bottom of the left-hand column on my blog at wordplay-kmwyland.blogspot.com, or email it directly to me at km.wyland@ymail.com. Listeners of this podcast can also get a head start on next week's contest, which features a beautiful Behold the Dawn tote bag as the prize. To enter, answer the multiple-choice question, what did noblemen do with their trenchers, the dried bread plates of which they ate, when they were finished with a meal? A. Ate them. B. Gave them to the poor. C. Threw them away. D. Saved them for the next meal. Be sure to check the blog every Wednesday for new winners and new prizes. Until then, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or complaints, please feel free to contact me on my website at kmwyland.com or my blog at wordplay-kmwyland.blogspot.com. That said, please enjoy this week's recording. Details: bringing fiction to life. Most of the time, when we think of great stories, we think of just that, stories. We don't often think about the bits and pieces that make up the composite whole, the 206 different bones beneath the polished flesh, the mosaic chips that form the complete picture. But it's these bits, bones, and chips that decide whether a story is the entertainment of an hour or a lasting piece of literature. We can write the most enthralling story ever told, but if we don't artfully wield the details of that story, it will never live up to its full potential. As artists, we can't avoid looking at the big picture at the expense of even the tiniest detail. Author and teacher Gary Provost wrote, "Writing is not a visual art. It is a symphony, not an oil painting. It is the shattering, not the glass. It is the ring, not the bell. The words you write make sounds, and when the sounds satisfy the reader's ear, your writing works." It's easy enough to write about someone peeling an orange or drinking a cup of coffee, and since most readers have both peeled and drunk, the author doesn't have an obligation to explain these actions in detail. Or does he? Ultimately, saying a character peeled an orange is more than sufficient to get the job done. Outlining every motion his fingers make to complete the process would be both extraneous and excessive, but a skillful author knows better than to let the opportunity pass without the deft insertion of the kind of details that can bring even this ordinary action to life for the reader. Suddenly the reader can feel the nubbly rind under his fingers. He can smell the delicate spray as the skin is peeled back. He can see the opalescent beads of orange as the fruit is broken open. White fingertips appear on the steamy side of the coffee mug. The rich scent of a Kenyan blend catches in the back of his throat. The first sip warms him all the way down his chest to his stomach. These subtle touches of vibrancy are often referred to as telling details. It's our job to find not just any detail, but the detail. We don't need lengthy paragraphs of description. Sometimes all it takes to animate a scene right before a reader's eyes is to highlight the one detail that makes it all pop. Suspense author Kristen Heitzman is particularly talented in this area. In her novel Secrets, she breathes lives into even something so mundane as a simple help wanted sign. He motioned through the wide doorway to the sun in the front parlor window. The sun-backed reversed letters did form a help wanted sign, and along with her name and phone number, she had written in bold black the position available, maid cook. Sun-backed reversed letters. 4 simple words that completely transform an ordinary descriptive passage into a vivid image. How many of us have seen just such a sign from the inside of a building, the letters backward because they face the street, the sun shining through the white paper that surrounds the black lettering? We have all witnessed just such a moment, but thanks to Heitzman's skill in representing the ordinary, it instantly elevates her scene. The key to skillful detailing is twofold. 1. It means both utilizing and looking past the obvious. 2. It means the skillful use of specific nouns and vibrant verbs. The letters are reversed and sun-backed. The orange rind is nubbly, the fruit opalescent beads. The window shatters. Play with your prose, toying with the descriptions, the words, the sounds, until you find the right combination to evoke the telling details. It is these tiny, often insignificant details that make all the difference in creating prose so powerful it paints living pictures in your readers' minds. Thank you for listening to the Wordplay Podcast. To read a transcript of this episode, visit me on the web at wordplay-kmwyland, that's WEILAND.blogspot.com, and be sure to listen again next week.